Cameron came to us 5 days after he was born, was his first checkup. And a lot of you may not realize that a lot of kiddos come to the chiropractor. He was a healthy baby when he was born. He did develop some reflux issues, and he healed naturally from that, ended up not needing medication. He had some eczema for a little while.
Yes.
It's an autoimmune problem, and so Mom and Dad have had Cameron adjusted since he was an infant, so you guys are going to get a chance to see what it looks like to adjust a 4-year-old little guy. It's not the same as when we adjust an adult. And Cameron, do you like getting adjusted? You do? Can you say yes to the camera?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to check camera, and you'll get a chance to see what this looks like. So let's get Cameron face down on the bench. You ready?
Do it face down. Good job.
You know, people don't realize that kids' spines can benefit from alignment work too. The average child, by the time they're 5 years old, has fallen almost 2,000 times. Getting up, falling when they learn how to walk, going out in the playground, going up and down stairs. And these little bumps and bangs, and sometimes big ones, tend to have accumulated effects over time. So what we want to do is just make sure that that spine stays in good alignment, because coming down through the spine is all the electrical wiring that your brain uses to control your body. And if the spine is not lined up properly, those electrical wires don't send the signals properly, and it affects your health. It affects the body's ability to heal itself. It affects the ability of the brain to regulate the glands and the organs of the body, and it's just a way to stay healthy throughout life. It doesn't replace medical care, it doesn't replace anything else, but making sure you have a healthy spine is just one of the keys to staying healthy throughout life. So we're going to just take a minute and start by looking at Cameron. And first thing we do is we want to just check his leg lengths. So I can see here that his leg lengths are really good, nice and level, all the way up and down. And we bring his heels up. And when we do that, if the back is out of alignment, what you'll tend to see is you'll tend to see the hips not rock as much. So you see when I bring his right heel to his hip, his pelvis rocks away, rocks over that way. That's normal. So that little movement is a normal movement. And then we do it on this side. And it looks pretty normal there too. So both of those look pretty good. Then what we do is we come in and just use our fingers and feel the movement of the spine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab a model here real quick and show you what I'm looking at, okay? Cameron, you okay there, buddy?
Yes.
Now Cameron's not quite this big, but you can get the general idea. We're looking at his hips here. And so what I'm doing is I push in here and go up and down his back. I can see whether these vertebrae move properly or whether they're stuck or locked. And if they're stuck or locked, that's what we call a subluxation. And by using a small instrument, we can take the vertebrae, push them back into alignment, or restore normal motion to where they're stuck. Cameron seems to like dinosaurs too, right, buddy? You like dinosaurs?
Yes.
Yes.
When I go to the mall, I'm gonna take all the little Legos and gonna be my present.
Okay. Do you like big trucks?
Yes.
Do ya? So what we're going to do is we've got a little stuck spot right there. So we bring this instrument over and I make contact with my thumb. And what this does is this realigns and loosens that vertebrae. And then I can come in and check it afterwards. And then do it again until that thing starts to move more normally. And you can see that even at 4 years of age, Cameron doesn't mind this at all, right, buddy? Now on grown-ups, and sometimes even kids, we use our hands to do adjustments. But at his age, I prefer to use the instrument. It's much more precise and it's much more gentle. Okay, then we're going to come up into the neck. The neck area is important because the upper part of the neck houses the area where a lot of the main nerves that control the functions of the body are, like breathing and respiration, heart and lung activity, blood pressure. And so these nerves up in here connect directly with that area of the brainstem. So it's important to keep this area in good balance. Sometimes when children, before they're born, if their body is in an awkward position, say they're sideways or bent, they could stay like that for hours or sometimes days at a time with the head turned to one side. That's called constraint. And what that does is that can shift the vertebrae out of alignment in the neck, and then they're born and they're colicky, they're crying. They can't say, hey mom, my neck hurts. They just cry all the time. And that's a good time to bring them to the chiropractor for a checkup. Sometimes they get flat spots on their head because they're in a carrier and they always like to just turn to one side, like the left or the right. And that can be an indication that there was birth trauma or they were inside the uterus in a constrained position for too long and the head got stuck to one side. So we see a lot of kiddos with that problem. Right, back down again. And we've got one right here at the top on the left side. Right, handsome?
Right.
Right. And we'll come back down and we'll just do a quick checkup of him again. Again, his leg lengths were good right at the beginning and I don't expect to see any change there. And so mom and dad will bring Cameron in to the chiropractor once every, few months, just to make sure everything looks okay. Like you might take your child to the dentist to make sure that their teeth are healthy. And growing up with a healthy spine is important for good health, because as the twig is bent, so grows the tree. All right, you've seen Cameron get adjusted. Cameron, sit up here and say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, right at the camera there.
Say goodbye. Bye.
Can you wave bye-bye? It's great seeing you guys. We'll catch you next time.
Big smile.
Awesome. He's